The Jere Wells School in East Point was built in 1949. It commemorated the life of a remarkable man who was the Fulton County School Superintendent for 22 years. In 1897, there were 8 children in the family home on a truck and dairy farm in Clayton County. Dad at the time was 5 years old. His father, Greenberry Fillmore Wells, and mother, Elizabeth Sawyer Wells, would eventually have 15 children. A year later, he began his education at the Howard Academy. There was one teacher who was paid by an assessment of all of the pupils' parents. His parents were determined that their children should be educated. His father had finished 8 years of schooling and supported his family by farming and later as a contractor. The entire family in 1911 lived in this expanded home on the farm. Eventually, 11 of these children would teach for varying periods. Every year until 1948, the family celebrated together at an Easter breakfast. Grandpa Phil's mother, Amanda, is seated in the center of the family. Notice the small magnolia tree on the left side. 8 years later, Interstate 285 was cut through the old farm, leaving the magnolia tree standing next to a billboard. The farm was sold in 1919, and the family spent a crowded year in this small house on Conley Road in Forest Park, while Grandpa built the house on Central Avenue at Sims Street in Hapeville. After high school in Pike County and his first teaching job near Pine Mountain in 1914, he and his oldest sister Josephine came to teach at the James L. Mason School in Fulton County on Bankhead Highway at Bolton Road. Later, he became principal of the Hapeville School. In 1917, his first grade teacher was Weta Cox. Love bloomed, and on April 5, 1918, they were married, honeymooned over the weekend at Tallulah Falls, and were back in the classrooms on Monday. The school, renamed College Street, still stands. Until now, all of these accomplishments were based on a high school education. He graduated from Georgia Tech in 1924, attending classes at night, teaching at Fulton High School in the daytime, and working as a postal clerk in the afternoons. Fulton High School at the corner of Trinity Street and Whitehall was the only secondary school for all Fulton County students. In 1924, at age 32, he was elected superintendent of the Fulton County Schools, a system with 2,500 pupils, 212 employees who were paid only 9 months of the year, and properties worth $200,000. My brothers and sisters and I attended Perkison School, built in 1916. The original cornerstone of the school shows the contractor was G.F. Wells, our grandfather. An addition was added in 1932. The Center Hill School was built in 1929. Again, the contractor was Grandpa Wells. Nepotism was not frowned on at that time. Jere Wells was a member of the Fulton County Board of Health. After his death, a health center built on Lakewood Avenue was named for him. He was the first scoutmaster of a Boy Scout troop in Hapeville in 1917. He headed Red Cross fund drives before there was a United Way. He was active in the Masons and served as president of the Robert Burns Club and the Atlanta Civitan Club. He was treasurer of the Atlanta Boys Club for many years. He was president of the Methodist Men's Club and led this North Georgia Conference group to the General Conference in Kansas City in 1944. He ran a vigorous race for the U.S. Congress in 1942. Though Dad won a majority of the popular vote, the county unit system made his opponent the winner. Jere and Weta Wells had 5 children. Jere Jr., born in 1919, and George, born in 1921, are shown here with Dad in 1939. Eleanor came in 1923, myself in 1927, and Carolyn in 1933. Jere Jr. died in an airplane accident in 1943. George died in 1986 at his home in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. In June 1947, Dad was awarded an honorary LLD degree at Emory University by President Goodrich White. Two months later, on August 7th, after 3 years of progressive symptoms of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or Lou Gehrig's disease, he died quietly in his bed at home at the age of 55. 2 years later, the cornerstone was laid for the Jere A. Wells School in East Point. Paul West dedicated the school to Dad. Mom was a second-grade teacher there. She taught until her retirement in 1957. Weta Wells died in September 1978 at age 86, 31 years after her husband. They had had 29 years together. During his 22 years of leadership, the Fulton County Schools absorbed 7 previously independent systems, including Milton and Campbell counties. An elementary teacher's salary increased by 400%, and salaries were based on a 12-month schedule. A tenure system provided job security. But his greatest contribution was in the development of secondary education. The number of high schools increased from only 1 in rented quarters in Atlanta to 9 fully accredited, regionally located schools within the system. His many accomplishments were recognized by the teachers of the county, who twice adopted resolutions of appreciation. He was further recognized by his peers, serving as president of the Georgia Education Association, vice president of the National Education Association, and president of the American Association of School Administrators. This was truly a remarkable man.